welcome back to BU Inspirational Interviews. I want to say a household name with me right now. Like honestly,
Household?
if you live,
household?
everyone in the Bay Area.
Whose household?
My household. No. So.
If your grandma watches me, that'd be amazing.
I think she knows who you are. Yeah, she really does. All right, so I'm gonna let you introduce yourself because I could hype you up and say all of the cool things that you've done, but I think it comes off better when, okay, he has a slogan on his hat. The one, the only, Drex Lee.
Drex Lee,
Come
what's
on.
up, guys?
Yeah. Okay, so just tell a background for those that maybe not watching in the Bay Area or maybe that don't know who you are, which is rare. But if they don't know who you are, just a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to go into like the big stuff. Like, well, I'll name drop for you.
You don't name drop anybody, but the only person you got to name drop is Serena. Yeah, I'm most known for being Serena's friend. You know, we did some, you know, we did some really cool things back in the day and all the way up to this day. It's been a long time.
It's been a really long time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I've known you for a long time.
a really long time.
Yeah. Since you were, like, young.
Since I was young, we were both young.
Yeah, well, we're still young. But I mean,
like, teenage? No.
No.
Early 20s.
No. I didn't.
Yeah, early 20s.
I moved here in my teens, but
It was early 20s
it was
because
early
I was
20s.
I
Was
was
that
only
21 yet?
yeah. Well, you had a
Maybe.
camera in the clubs, so and I was
That,
only.
that doesn't mean I was 21.
Are we not the same age? You're younger?
I might be older,
No.
but it's okay. Let's move
Anyway,
on.
yeah, we're getting caught up on.
I'm gonna end up aging myself.
Yeah. So okay, if you don't want to, let me. Okay, he's pretty famous. Okay, like he has 2 million.
Famous in Serena's household.
Oh my god, that's all that matters. Okay.
Yes, that's all that
Just
matters.
kidding. No, how many followers do you have on TikTok? 2 million.
I have no idea, but then I think the most important part is that you're one of them. So I think that's all that matters.
Okay, well, he's been incredibly humble, so I'm gonna he's worked with names like Kevin Hart, Serena Williams.
Serena D.
So he's definitely an inspiration, which is why I have him on the show, because he is self-made. Like, he started in clubs, as how I know is you had a camera constantly. Like, I met you with a camera in your hand. Like, you've always been into media. You've always had an eye for things, you know, creatively. So from day one, I mean, we want to leave the music project I did in the grave. We don't want to bring up that. But he's so creative. Like, he did music videos in the past. I think, God, come on, Drex, like, name some of the projects that you've done, because that you're, okay, hold on. What are you most proud of?
That's like asking me to pick my favorite kid. That's the hardest part. You know, you never look at your own project and be like, yeah, that project sucked. That's like saying, damn, my kid, he sucked.
No,
you know, you can't
like,
say that. Your offspring. No, I think every project I've ever done has its own, you know, unique thing to it. Whether people thought it was good or not, the most important part is that you felt like you were able to put out your best work, right? So I think more importantly is that, like, you never put out something where you feel like you didn't put your whole thing into it, you know, then that's not worth putting out. So, you know, across, you know, probably thousands of projects now, because I've been doing this fucking forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, you know, as far as most popular by everyone else's, you know, perspective is probably my shots that I do with the cars.
Okay.
People love my car shots. People love my action shots.
Yeah.
People love my, what do I say, like, I like the shots where I put girls in them. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But I mean, you've teamed up with a lot of. Can we say that what is it? Not Galaxy, but it is Galaxy, right?
Samsung?
Samsung.
Yeah. Samsung Galaxy. Yes.
Yeah. But Samsung itself, right, as a brand has partnered with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's something to, I mean, they sought after you.
Which is the craziest thing ever. Like, why me? Like, it's the craziest thing.
Well, because you're good at what you do.
It's,
and it's really great that, like, a brand as big as that is like, hey, we want to partner with you.
I think they just took a chance on me, and that was it. You know, they were just like, all right, Drex. They picked me up 3 months after I got on social.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow.
they picked me up really early on. Like, really early on.
That's
right?
awesome.
But I think the key thing to note is that, like, you know, like I work with a lot of brands. I work with a lot of partner brands, right? And I think the key thing is to, you know, and I think a lot of people miss. They don't really know, like, why would a brand want to partner with you, right? Like, I think that's the key thing, right? And you know, why would they want to partner with you if you don't bring the brand value?
Right.
Right. So it's just like, you know, it's different than like a brand hiring me for a job. It's different, right?
Yeah.
They hire me to be one of the faces of the brand.
Right.
Right. So that's two different things, right? Where, you know, a brand might like my work, see what I do, they will hire me to do their work. Another one is like a brand loves me because I am I reflect what the brand is.
Yeah.
Then those are two different things.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I think when they picked me up, they were like, this guy exemplifies what Samsung is.
Yeah.
Right?
And
they didn't hire me to do a job. They hired me
right.
to be one of the faces of the brand.
Right.
You know, so I was like, wow, this is crazy. So,
yeah.
all right, but you know, as you know, when I got on social, I honed into one thing, right? Where like I'm gonna do everything on a phone.
Yeah.
Right. So you know, I picked a lane.
Right.
Sometimes people get on social and be like, I'm gonna do everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine too. But I think for me, I had a very specific goal, right? I wanted to. I could be one of many, or I could be a one-of-one, right? So I chose to be a one-of-one, and I was like, you know what, this is my lane. You know, yes, I could do shit with a digital camera, a DSLR, mirrorless, webcam, whatever it is, right? But I wanted to hone in on the phone because a phone, I want to say like 6 years ago, a phone can't really do much, right? A phone just, the camera was like mid-range at best,
yeah.
right? Even the best ones, right? Nowhere close to what phones can do now.
Yeah.
But, you know, showing that you could do really dope stuff on it, which is the phone, you know, choosing my lane, and then, you know, going all in on it. And I think Samsung saw that and was like, you know what, we need this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then picked me up. So, you know, I think since then it's just like, you know, 100 brand partnerships with a bunch of other brands later. You know, it's like, you know, really understanding why, you know, why you have to show passion in what you do, because if you want a brand partnership, you have to exemplify what the brand stands for. And I guess that's what I do now, right?
Yeah.
I haven't done commercial work in a long time.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I have, but I mean, they're very few and in between, and only if I'm really like super passionate about it and I really wanted to do it.
Isn't that cool though, where you're in a position where you can pick and well, anybody really is, because I've had certain, now that I've changed my demeanor, you know, I'm grown now, I'm, you know, classy.
Grew up.
I grew up.
Yeah.
And there are certain like companies that will reach out like, hey, can you model for this? Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you? And I'm just like, no, thank you. And they're like, no, it's like, you know, and they'll throw in, like, they'll try to bribe me, you know, with money and be like, oh no, we're gonna pay this and we're gonna do this and then we'll fly you out and we'll do this, and I'm just like, okay, but my image is gonna be out there like that. There's nothing worth, no thank you, you know? So
yeah.
it's nice to hold value to, like, you can hold out and be like, no, I'm not passionate about this. I don't want to work with this company because I'm not, it's not worth it to me right now. Or you know, like, or I don't know. It's nice to be in that position where
I think when people are all when they say like, oh, I'm not in a position to pick and choose what I want to do, but technically you are because you could pick and choose how you want your lifestyle to be.
Right.
Right. If you want you want to live above your means, then yes, you probably can't pick and choose. But if you could live under your means, then yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Technically, right? You're like, oh man, I can't pass up on this. Yeah, you can. I mean, like,
right.
You just want to live above your means, so and that's fair. You could go ahead and do it, but don't say that you don't have a choice.
Right. And I've had this conversation before with someone who's like, who didn't understand, like, oh, they were gonna fly you here, and you've never been there. Why wouldn't you take that opportunity? It's like, well, at what cost though? You know what I mean? Like, my value to myself is worth way more than somebody flying me to, out of the country that, I've never been. And also, I'm a woman. That's kind of dangerous. Like, and like, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I was just.
I mean, it's dangerous for guys too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I feel like it's just not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, man, I'm glad that I value myself enough to say no to things like that, where other people are like, no, I'll take it, like I'll go. Like I've talked to people that are like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. I'm just like, I'm glad I did. But speaking of traveling and whatnot, so you have given the opportunity to literally go around the world. Like you've been almost everywhere. From not that I'm like stalking where you go, but
it's okay. It's public information.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm here, there. I'm here now. I'm here, this.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
But I love being in different places of the world, but I hate traveling there.
Oh.
But I love being there.
Yeah.
I just hate going there. I'm not like I'm taking private jets, right?
Not yet. That's probably on its way.
No, wait. When I learned about how much the prices were, just for one domestic flight on a private jet is $100,000 domestically, one way. What?
Well.
And what? I'd rather just sit first class in a plane. It's fine.
Right. Yeah.
One of the worst situations I ever had was I was going to the Olympics in Paris, and then I got on my plane, nice, comfy, first class, everything like that, and then after 2 hours, plane had issues. All right, fuck it. All right, we'll get out. It's okay. I'll get on another plane.
Yeah.
Nope, all the flights are canceled. I could only.
Where'd you end up? Like, where were you?
No, I was stuck in the airport for 12 hours.
And
then I still ended up in Paris.
Yeah.
But I had to fly, economy. Because it was
all the way?
It was a last minute flight, right?
Ooh.
Because all the flights were canceled. And
that's
then
rough.
I had to book a whole nother flight, right? Nothing wrong with flying economy. I'm just saying that.
Not for that long, though. It's uncomfortable.
But, no, the worst part is when you get settled in to business, you're like in your bed, and you're like ready to go. And then you get downgraded to that. So, like I said, there's nothing wrong with flying economy. I'm just saying that, like, when you get bumped down, that's the worst part because you're experiencing it, and then all of a sudden it's like getting like a towel swept beneath you, and you're like, what the fuck?
Right. So, I hate, that is really the worst feeling when you're used to something, and then you have to downgrade and anything.
On the same day.
Yeah.
On the same day.
It's kind of like my living situation right now. I went from living in like a pretty big 3-bedroom house on the beach to an apartment. Nothing wrong with living in an apartment, but when you're used to like, and I have a dog, man, like I just open the door, let her out, let her do her business. She likes to lay in the sun. Now I have to like put the leash on, take her out, like, oh man, just that small detail is like, I really miss.
See, if you went backwards, would have been better, right? You went from the apartment to the beach.
Right.
Then that's like, oh yeah, because you experience, you're not downgrading, right?
Right. I'm gonna go back at some point, but right now I have to do what I got to do.
That's why I always think of like when you do things in life, do modest upgrades. That way you never have to worry about going back.
Yeah. Well, lesson learned. Okay.
It's okay, but at least you get to be like, I experienced it and I know what it's like.
And I'm going back.
And you're going back.
Yeah, that's how you kind of find out what you like and what you don't like.
That's how you set goals.
Right. Like, it's not like I live in a bad area. Like, I live in Marin County, which is, like, it's nice, but it's not my vibe. Like, the people are cool, but Pacifica's better, in my opinion.
Like, I realized.
Don't come for me.
Like, I realized I hated living in high-rises.
Really?
Like, I love the view, but getting up there. I gotta take the elevator, gotta take a couple stops, sometimes it doesn't work. and then you gotta
yeah.
go downstairs and get stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta take your dogs for a walk. Sometimes your dog can't hold it in, just like poops on or pees in the elevator. And you're like, oh man. Sometimes there's kids in it. I don't know. It's just so much that goes into it, right?
Right.
The view is great.
Yeah.
Once you're up there.
Yeah.
When you gotta go up and down and do stuff, like you gotta go to your car, just forget something in your car, like,
oh yeah.
You gotta go all the way back down, and then you know, there's no reception in the elevator, so you can't pass time. You just gotta like just hold it in, and just, you know. I don't know, you know, especially I had elevators broken down where I had to like climb the stairs, you know, so I realized that, you know, you've been to my old high rise, like you know, like I said, the view was great, everything else sucked. You know what I mean? It's good for a young person because you don't have, you could, you know, but when you get older, time becomes a lot more limited.
Right, it becomes more valuable. Time becomes more valuable for sure.
Yeah,
I think you
definitely.
realize. So back to travel. So what is, okay, I like to call out favorites because I like to hear people talk about like their experiences. So let's talk about Dubai. I mean, you've been there and how beautiful it was. There's people that I follow, they're, you know, they have podcasts themselves and they live there. So tell me about that. I haven't been, so tell me.
I love Dubai. Dubai. I don't speak really anything else except for English. So getting by somewhere where, you know, everything's in English is amazing, and it's like super safe. Everyone's super nice. Everyone's an expat, so everyone's like a foreigner. So it feels really amazing, and I'm really into cars. So like, you know, there's supercars everywhere there, and it's great.
That's awesome.
Actually, Dubai was actually one of my. It's crazy to me. It was like, man, I love Dubai. I went to the desert. I rode camels. Like I did everything in 1 week.
In 1 week, wow.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It was not enough. I did like a speed run through everything in Dubai, and then I was like, I did the yacht trip. I did everything out there, but I want to do it for a longer amount of time.
Yeah.
So, but Dubai is super dope. I love Tokyo.
Me too.
You know, I would say Dubai and Tokyo, two of the safest places ever. You can get stupid drunk, walk around 3 a.m. at night, no one's gonna touch you. You put your phone on a table. You use your phone and hold your table while you go get your food. No one's gonna take your phone.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
There was a lady that when I went to Tokyo, we went to this ramen place, and this lady put her purse like right on the table, and I was like, your purse. She goes, oh yeah, because we're saving that. I was like, wow, I want to move here.
Yeah. And the food is good everywhere.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm definitely planning to go back. I went in the wrong time. I went in October. It was hot. It was fucking hot.
I went in November. It wasn't that hot.
Yeah, it's a drastic change.
Oh,
yeah.
1 month? Okay.
October was hella hot.
Really?
I was drenching sweat everywhere I went.
I want to go for the spring, the cherry blossom.
This is gonna be the busiest time. I was gonna go actually instead of China, but then gonna go China instead.
Yeah.
So.
Have you been to China?
Yeah, it's been 11 years though. So
wow.
I'm excited to go back.
Yeah. Great Wall and everything?
No, I'm trying to go back.
Oh.
I already went last. It's all tour stuff. I already did all that. Now I'm going back to like enjoy the actual like culture.
Oh,
like the
yeah.
city, you know, go inside and like immerse myself in the culture.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I heard that it's so clean and it's advanced, like their technology. I don't know. I heard that it's beautiful there. I want to go there too. Shanghai.
Yeah.
Shanghai. I want to go to Shanghai.
It jumps in like I went in 04, 07, and 15. Each time I went was like a technological jump.
Wow.
Like I remember I went in 04, I was still shitting in holes in the ground. It was crazy. And 07 got a little bit better, and then next thing I know, in 15 it was like robots, everything, like big.
Yeah.
Like oh shit, like.
Oh, that's in 2015.
Yeah, air conditions your butt, everything like that. Like it's crazy. like it. I even recognize it anymore. In like 10 years difference, it was like.
Yeah.
What the heck just happened?
Yeah.
Right. So.
Can you imagine what it's gonna be like when you go? When are you going? This year? Next year?
I'm going in like a few weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
shoot. That's awesome.
I'm trying to get there before it gets hot.
Yeah.
It gets crazy hot.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
How hot?
Hot. I remember when I got invited out there last year in August. They're like, yeah, we're going to go to this city called Chongqing, which is like the cyberpunk city.
Oh,
like
cool.
China, where like,
yeah.
Like trains go inside buildings and like
Ooh.
everything's going crazy. But the temperature,
yeah.
I looked it up. It was like 115. And it says feels like 129.
Ooh.
And I was like, because the humidity.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm probably gonna skip this one. I'll probably wait till, you know, I don't do well in the heat.
Yeah.
You know, like California heat is the most I can stand. It's
Yeah.
even too hot for me. Like this is like, you know, this is like
This is good.
This is beautiful right here. This is like 72 right now.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. So, do you usually have how much of your travel is actually like you vacationing or you business?
I never vacation. It's all business. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when I go.
So you're going to China for a business purpose?
Well, initially, you know, I wanted to go for vacation, right? I always initially want to go for vacation. Then I have ideas, right? Then I hit up some of my partnerships. I'm like, what if we did this?
Right.
Right? Because I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we should do something.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it turns into business. I think I've only had one actual vacation. It was for my friend's bachelor party.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't really feel like a vacation because we were on the go the whole time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't feel much. It was, but it was a something without work. I can't say it was a vacation because we were moving the whole time. It actually felt more work than work.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Thailand.
Oh, ooh.
Which I loved, actually. I love Thailand so much. I definitely want to go back. The only thing about Thailand that is the rich and poor disparity is like you see it, like it's crazy, you know.
Like what? Like describe it.
Like you walk out from your hotel and there's already people on the streets with their babies asking for money, right? Like and the whole row all the way down, right? And then it's crazy to me because, you know, I'm not used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, you know, desensitized.
Yeah.
Right. But everyone's just like, my own business doing the whole thing, and it's a shock to me. I don't think I ever got desensitized. I was just like, and it's crazy. So, but I love the food there. I love the people there. Everyone's so nice. You know, it's just hot.
You in the heat.
I know. I'm just not built for it. You know.
That's so funny. So, can you disclose anything that you're working on now that's going to come out that you might want to promote, or maybe something that you've done?
I don't know what I'm doing 2 weeks from now. Like everything just kind of like.
Okay,
what was
your most recent project? The Olympics was big.
That was 2 years ago.
Oh my God.
I was yeah, that was Olympics 2024 in Paris. I was supposed to go to Milan, but I went to the X Games instead in Aspen.
Cool.
I was like, I'll only do one cold place.
You chose the cold place?
Aspen was too cold for me. It was -4.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
just being out there watching people, these athletes, right? I mean, it's fine if you're an athlete and you're like doing shit, but you're just standing there watching. You're like, oh crap, it's cold. Right? No matter how layered up you are, -4 is cold.
Yeah.
Right? No matter how many hot hands you have, it's cold.
Shoot, 40 degrees is cold to me. Like freezing.
Yes, it is.
Where I can't.
Even for me, like
50 degrees. Damn.
-4, you go outside, your like eyes hurt.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like freezing, like all the liquids in your eyes. Right? It's like it's so cold, right? So yeah, that was a big one. I did X Games. I just did the campaign with the new Samsung S26 Ultra launch last 2 weeks ago.
What is that?
It's a new phone.
Oh.
Samsung phone. What else? There's so much shit.
I know. You go to like these big events too. I was invited to that the Meta thing where they show like all the new products and stuff. I was like, man. And then I saw that you were there and I was like, I should have gone. I could have been like, Drex, hey.
You should have went. That was such a fun event.
Yeah.
That was such a fun event.
I might go next year.
It was a very, very fun event. That was my second one. The first one went 2 years ago. It was for the Meta glasses. The first one released.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah. So how did you? So on this podcast, we like to talk about feelings sometimes. We like to talk about feelings.
Feelings?
Sometimes.
I don't have any. What's that?
So when you first experience, like, whoa, there's a lot of people watching me, did you have any, like what was that like? Like, I mean, I know you don't even know how many followers you have, but I know you've noticed when you hit, like, the 1 million mark, at least. Like, you're like, oh, shoot, there's 1 million people watching me on multiple platforms, not just on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You have even, like, when you hit that mark on those platforms, at least, because you've surpassed it now, maybe you're desensitized to it, but when you saw the number, did you feel anything?
I think it's I think for every creator, at least in my opinion, we're always looking at that 1 million number, right? Like that's like the gold standard. Like,
right.
Like that's like the goal to hit
that's
that
like,
one. Like we're like looking at the counter, right? We're like, no matter how far it is, we're like, it's almost there, right?
Yeah.
We're like, fuck, almost there, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it goes backwards, like So it's like, but yes, I mean, I feel like it's a weird feeling because you're like really hoping for it. You're like, come on, we get. And once you hit it, like, all right, next goal.
Right.
Every single time, like no matter what, and that's for anything in life, right?
Right.
You get the car you always wanted. You're like, all right, I got it. Next goal.
Yeah.
What? Gotta get. And it's a weird feeling, right? Because I feel like when you have goals, it's a good and a bad thing. Where like once you achieve it, you're already on to your next one.
Right.
So you're always consistently like moving and going and stuff like that. So I think for me, what was important was like, all right, I gotta stop having these goals because then I feel like I'm always not content, right?
But that's life, though, right? Like we're
I
always.
mean, yes, I think I agree in a way. Where like, yes, it is life.
Yeah.
Where like, I remember when I was young. I don't know if you remember. I opened a shit ton of businesses back then.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's right.
At the time when I was young, and I was like, you know what, I want to be rich, right? That was my goal. I wanted to be a rich guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm young. All my friends, in the venture capital space or founder space, they're all doing it. Either making their companies blowing up, whatever it is. I was like, I wanted to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, after I had like 6 businesses, by the time I was like 27, 28,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna keep doing this, right? I can't wait to hit billionaire status, whatever like that, right? Solid companies, blah, blah, blah. And then, when COVID hit, I lost everything. And then I went down to like nothing, negative, like negative a lot. Then I was like, what am I working for? Because I spent the whole first year trying to save my businesses.
Mm-hmm.
But I was so stressed out. I was the most unhappy. At the time, I thought I was happy because I was like, you know what? I'm doing what I love and I'm making shit happen, right? But the problem came that I'm so stressed out. Am I actually happy, or am I, thinking I'm happy because I'm doing what I thought I loved?
Right.
Right? But, it came down to, what? I wasn't actually happy. I was just doing it as a facade to myself, where like, what? I was able to accomplish these things and these were good. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I did get into depression mode for a little bit because I lost everything that I worked my whole life for. I could have got Lamborghinis, I could have got nice, but I opened up businesses instead.
Yeah.
and lost all of it, So I had to like kind of, dig deep into what was just making videos. That was just like my thing. And then that's just, kind of going back to the core root of it and was like, you know what, I just really want to make videos. And then, but not just me making videos, but it's more like, I've always been someone that always wanted to motivate, right, and inspire. But how could I do that when I was a failure, when I failed at everything, right? Because when it was great, when the business was succeeding, yes, I could talk about the hustle, the drive, blah blah blah, to get to where you need to get, right?
Yeah.
When I lost all that, granted it was COVID. COVID fucked a lot of people up.
Yeah.
Right. But I wanted to be back at that space where, how could I be happy doing what I love to do and be able to let people know that they could do the same, right? So when you look at my socials, it's all about how I could inspire people to create some dope stuff with what they got.
Yeah.
So that was my thing, right? So I got out of social because it was COVID. And I got shit to do. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I could do. I can't go shoot someone because, not allowed to see people or like, need COVID shots or whatever it is. Can't open my gym, can't open my whatever like that. So it was just like, all right, I can just make videos, right? Just going back to what I do not think about anything else. Even sometimes now, I'm like, I can't open a coffee shop. I can't open this. But I'm like, why would I want to do that? Why? You know,
Right.
stop it. You know what I mean? Just do your thing and just continue doing it and just be good at it and that's it. So I think, you know, just going back to core of who I am and just you know, finding where my happy spot is, or remembering where my happy spot is, and then keeping it there instead of trying to over expand myself and reaching into things that, you know, will probably not take me there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I think that's where finding that balance is that, right? Like, I don't want to be in a constant state of hustling. I don't want to be at a constant state of, like, you know, anxiety. Where, like, man, I need to go do this, I need to go do that.
Yeah.
I don't need to do it. I'm good. I don't need to live in a mansion. I don't need a Lamborghini. I don't need any of that, right? I'm fine, right? I just gotta go make my videos, be happy doing what I have these creative thoughts and just making it happen.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and then by purely doing that, it took me to, you know, where I am now, where it's just like, I'm not chasing.
Right.
Right?
You got companies and brands chasing you now.
Well, because I feel like it's the energy.
Right.
Right? It's because they see it. Right? It's just like why you would want to chase someone else because you see that they bring the energy to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So just like the podcasters you follow, like why do you follow? Because they bring their energy to you. Mm-hmm. So I think you know that's the key thing, right? Just kind of and that applies to, you know, whatever you do in life.
Right.
You know, whether it could be that business, right? You know, it could be that gym or whatever it is, right? It's just that it's not my thing.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
If that's your thing, go and do it and just make sure that, you know, you're happy to it. Because the moment I feel like it makes you unhappy, you just stop it. Fuck it. I don't want to do it no more.
Right.
You know, because why? Why? You know?
Yeah. But I feel like that's important too. That's how you learn what is your thing, right? Because I did fitness for a while. I did dance for a while. I still love dance. Dance is still my first love. But when I started to do it for money, right? Like I'd get booked at different like yoga studios, dance studios, gyms, and I'd teach a class. It felt forced, and then my joy of teaching was just gone.
Absolutely.
Like, so I stopped doing it, and I rebranded everything. So now it's a podcast because I enjoy human connection. I enjoy inspiring other people. You know, like that. This I feel like is good, and who knows? Like maybe this is also just a season. Who knows? But
you won't know unless you try it.
Right. So I love that. I love that, you know, and also even though you did lose those businesses, it was still something that you should be proud of that you were able to do. You opened up several businesses in your 20s. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Okay, at least I could say, yeah, I know what it's like. It's an expensive way to, you know, get there, but you know,
well,
you got there.
But it's also a lesson for yourself too. Like, I mean, maybe it was a hard lesson, but it was a lesson in itself where you're like, okay, now I don't like this. Let me try something else.
Absolutely.
You know? So what is a piece of advice you have to someone who is trying to find their thing? Like how can you describe
Just do it. Seriously, just
if you have an idea, just like, okay, let's go for it.
If you suck at it, then you suck at it. Just try something else. Right? If you want to get better at it, but because you know you think you really want to do it, then just keep doing it. And
yeah, you'll get better. I mean, if there's a passion there, but say you lack the skill, the skill will come.
But also, you know, you define your own success.
That's true.
You know, there's really no level that determines how successful you are in something. You know, you can gauge it by someone else's standards, or someone else can give you standards, but you know, ultimately that standard's up to you.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
You know, you can say, oh, I'm not successful until I'm a millionaire, or I'm not successful until I hit 100 shots in a row. You know, that's not true. You know, that's your self-imposed goal of success, right? You know, like to somebody else, you know, if you hit like 10 out of 100 to someone else, you're really fucking good.
Yeah.
Right? But you could be like, oh, I suck. Or like, to LeBron James, like, you know, you could be, oh, yeah, only 10 out of 100? You know what I mean? Like, but to someone else, you're like really fucking good.
Yeah.
You know, so I think, you know, it's a self-imposed bar, you know, so I think the most important thing is to set yourself down to like, am I really enjoying it? No matter how much I'm missing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I still enjoying this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's a key lesson is, you know, finding where you need to get to.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, you know, you can judge it by like can I make a living at doing it, right? Mm-hmm. Well, what's your standards of living?
Right.
Right. Yeah. My standards of living is I gotta have a nice car, and I thought, well, then you gotta work towards that. Then that's your self-imposed goal.
Right.
And measure of success.
Yeah.
You don't have to, right?
Yeah.
Like, some people could just live in this, rent a room from someone or live in a trailer home, and they're absolutely content, right? They can live in their van, absolutely content.
Yeah.
They're fine. They love what they do. You know what I mean? They go out, they take their van out, go fishing, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
They don't have to eat the best food, or best food compared to other people, because I know what it's like when I was a lot younger, when I was like really just kind of starting out. I didn't really have anything, and I was fine. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I always think about what would happen if I lost everything. I always go back to that. Would I be okay doing that? I'll probably be okay. You know what I mean?
Because you know how to create it now. I mean, you know. Yeah, there's a guy that I follow too that is always like, Lewis House. This is where he's like one of the inspirations that I even started this. Is because I listened to his School of Greatness in the morning every morning. He'd interview people, different vibe, but but he would always ask, you have to be prepared to lose everything, because if you put all of your what did he say? Dang it! He says it so eloquently that I can't repeat it.
Well, I used to say this, something similar, right? I used to always say this when I used to have my businesses. I say, if you could lose everything today and be okay tomorrow, then you're the happiest person.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It's like a.
But then you have to be. But then, even though I said that, right?
It's gonna hurt. Like
when when that happened during COVID.
Yeah.
Right. It was usually when you fall off, it's kind of like this, right? COVID was like. Mm-hmm. Right. So I was like scrambling, right? Yeah. So I think. Did I come back out okay? Yeah, I'm okay now. You know? But I mean, I remember at the time, when you fall off a cliff, which is what I used to say, if you lost everything today, we'd be okay tomorrow. Mm-hmm. It's still good. Yeah, I'm still here. So, I recovered from it. But yes, along the lines of that, right? Mm-hmm. Just fun. You still have your health, you still have your, your dignity, and that's it. That's all you need. If you have your motivation still, then you have it all. Yeah.
Oh, this is a story. So he was going to meet up with this multimillionaire man, right? I forget who he was. They were going to have lunch. He was running late. And the guy is already eating a burger, and he's like, sorry, I was hungry. He's like, got you a salad though, whatever. And he's like, okay. So he sits down and he's like, oh, so tell me. He asked about his business. He's like, oh, lost everything. It's gone. Done. I'm in debt. And he takes a bite of his burger, and Lewis is looking at him like, I don't know how to, are you good? He's like, yeah, I did it once, I can do it again. And he just continues eating his burger, unfazed. And he's like, man, I need to get to that point. Mm-hmm. Where you have so much trust in yourself, and you're like, nah, it's all right. I'm here, I'm alive, aren't I? I did it once, I was a multimillionaire before. I'm in debt, it's all right. I can make it again. So I'm like, he's like, and then I guess they went into deeper conversation that I don't want to repeat just because I don't want to butcher it, but it was somewhere along the lines of valuing yourself and who you are, and putting not all of your value in what you can accomplish and do.
Absolutely.
It's nice to be, it's good to be proud of those things, but it's not don't make that your whole personality of so that was just really cool. And it's really cool that you did the same thing, basically. You're just like, well, I'm gonna take another direction.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I didn't take another direction. I just dropped it back down to, instead of doing hella things, I stuck back to one.
Yeah.
I did it, and now I don't need to experience it again.
Yeah, you're like, Edson, it's good.
Sometimes people are like, I wouldn't know unless I try it, right? Well, I tried it, so I'm good
now.
Yeah. I'm good now. I don't need to open a restaurant again. I don't need to, do a bunch of stuff again. So yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Well, do you have anything else you want to share before we close
out? Allergies is kicking back in.
Oh no! So maybe it's a good time to close out.
Great day. Not good for allergies, but that's it.
All right. Well, how we close my show is I have a slogan, just like you have a slogan. We'll do both of the slogans, but
what's your slogan?
well, you're gonna have to participate. So let me teach you how to do it, and then we'll do it.
Let's do
Okay?
it.
So I always remind the audience to always stay authentic and remain true to themselves. And I say, be who? And then my guest says, be you. And then we'll say boom together.
Let's go.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Be who?
Be you.
Boom.
Boom. I was waiting for your cue. Sorry, I should have looked at you.
I know. I looked at you like, okay. But anywho, that's us, authentic and living life. And we will. Well, I will see you next week. Bye.
Be you.
Be you.
Be you.
Be you.